Welcome to my program. My name is Shahd. Program content. Discuss some videos. Today's video. Non-Muslim entrepreneur says Muslims are the best people. In a video recently shared on social media, Luc Belmar is seen declaring that Muslims are the best people. This video arouses the interest of many people and raises many questions about its content and what it is talking about. Luc Belmar seems to be making a positive statement about Muslims and suggesting that they have distinctive qualities that make them the best. Luc Belmar likely meant his statement that Muslims possess qualities such as honesty, generosity, benevolence, tolerance, compassion, and justice. These qualities may be what prompted Luc Belmar to say that they are the best. Although this statement may raise some questions and controversy, it could be an opportunity to open a constructive dialogue about relations between Muslims and non-Muslims and promote understanding and cooperation between different cultures. Now watch the video.
I like the idea of there being a creator and a higher power that we are accountable to for our actions.
Today's video is about Luc Belmar, a young man whose story has inspired thousands of people to start e-commerce and get financially successful. Although Belmar is not a Muslim, he has spoken highly about Islam and has expressed opinions which resonate with the teachings of Islam, and people think he's really close to becoming a Muslim, inshallah. Allah guides whom He wills. What led Belmar to really explore religions and what people believed in was the fact that when he was homeless, he was taken in and given shelter by a Muslim. The Muslim also had a gay roommate who he had taken in himself. Given the fact that Islam does not allow homosexuality, Belmar was forced to think about what a person must believe in to be as generous and accepting of even those who don't share the same beliefs.
To me, Muslims, and I tweeted about it, they are the most hospitable people in the world. Undebatably, dude, I was homeless and a Muslim dude took me in.
Yep.
And he was roommates with a gay guy that he took in himself.
Wow.
To that point, right?
Wow.
To that point. So I look at that and I'm like, what is it that this person believes that has changed him to the core to such a point that he's willing to do that?
Yeah.
Dude, I can mention to you 95% of Christians wouldn't have taken me in. Why? That's the questions you got to answer.
After this experience, Belmar immersed himself in trying to gain understanding of different religions and belief systems. He read the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, and Gita, and reached the conclusion that all religions have one fundamental aspect, and that is, you reap what you sow.
Every single religion, at least the major ones, and I've studied the Torah, I've studied the Quran, I've studied the Bhagavad Gita, I studied the Bible. I look at all of these, and one thing overall stands out to me, which is what you sow, you're going to reap. That is consistent throughout all wise texts. So what does that mean? That means that for whatever things you put out, you're going to receive an equal proportion to that.
Luke talks about the importance of realizing that humans, no matter how successful they are, just dust and should humble themselves and make themselves teachable, more open to experiencing God and building a relationship with Him.
We're all dust. We're not worth anything. Not that great. And if you can come with humility, right, into this understanding that you're not hot shit, right? Like humble yourself, then you can have a relationship with God that is based on being teachable. A lot of people have an interesting relationship with God, and it's a relationship that once again is based off of what they've been told who God is. They haven't experienced God. Why? Because they don't care to experience God. If you want to experience God, you have to be intentional.
In another instance, Luke can be seen talking about Ramadan and the significance of doing it the right way.
I get a lot of DMs, people being like, my family, when they break Ramadan, they're breaking it with high fructose corn syrup and processed sugars and sodas. That's not the way. Read the Quran. It says break it with dates and with water. That's how you must break your fast. Why? Because it is pure. So you fast all day, thinking about eating and thinking about drinking, and at night you break your fast with that which you're trying to run away from. It makes no sense. So when you think about Ramadan, You can't just be thinking about food and water. It is beyond that. That is merely a representation and a manifestation in the three-dimensional realm of what it is to be a person that is in tune with their spirit and in tune with God. So much so that they don't need food because food isn't in them. Imagine, bro, being in such a primal state that all you think about is your stomach. It's unbelievable. So ladies and gentlemen, be strong. And to those that are strong, encourage your fellow friends and your fellow brothers and sisters.
Here, Luc can be seen voicing beliefs that are extremely consistent with the teachings of Islam.
I like the idea of there being a creator and a higher power that we are accountable to for our actions and for our way of living.
And to keep that creator happy, what do you think you should do? Be a good person.
The obedience
To them.
to the truth.
Explain.
I think people know what to do and they don't do it. I think many people lie to themselves. They know what truth is and they avoid it. They know what good is and they avoid it. We live in a world where there's there's people that do not want to be held accountable to this idea of there being an absolute truth, right? Everything is good, everything is bad. But, you know, there's things that we can all unanimously agree to that are bad. You know, if you go out with a woman, it's bad. Unanimously. Yeah, some cultures may accept it. Doesn't mean it's good. So what is it? What is that moral trigger inside of us that tells us that that action is bad?
Before becoming a millionaire, Belmar did numerous odd jobs to make money when he came to the US and then started college. But he soon dropped out as he felt dissatisfied with the educational system and wanted to get out of the matrix. He set out on a journey of self-exploration and reconnected with God and found the success that he was looking for. Apart from making huge profits through e-commerce and cryptocurrency, he is now also the president of the Capital Club, a decentralized entrepreneurial network. Belmar is not the only non-Muslim who has spoken highly about Islam and the importance of having a relationship with the divine. There are many notable famous personalities who have talked positively about Muslims and their belief system. Andrew Tate, as controversial as he is, has also praised Islam highly, which led him to Islam recently. Although a lot of his opinions are debatable on things that he highlights, just like Belmar in the theory of the matrix and how politics, media, and the big organizations are hiding the truth from the masses. To break free from the matrix, Tate questioned the status quo and the powerful and influential people of our times, stressing the importance of having a God-centric existence. The new King of England, King Charles, has time and again sung praises for Islam. He gave a speech at Oxford Center for Islamic Studies and stated, "Islam can teach us today a way of understanding and living in the world which Christianity itself is poor for having lost." George Galloway, a former member of the Labour Party, has defended Islam in interviews and stated that the Quran has diverse interpretations and should not be judged based on the actions of just a few people. To hear non-Muslims speaking positively about Islam and agreeing to the basic principles and moral values set out by our religion can be extremely encouraging for Muslims. Luc Belmar's story highlights a fundamental aspect of our religion. We must connect with our Creator. We must silence the noise of everything else that is going around us to really deeply connect with Him. And during that journey, we must explore ourselves deeply, admitting our own flaws, and constantly working towards improving our inner self. We hope and pray that Allah guides Belmar towards accepting Islam as the seed of faith and belief in a higher power is very much present in his heart.
Overall, this video seems to speak to Luc Belmar's appreciation and respect for Muslims and their values, and perhaps it can serve as a call for cooperation and understanding between different cultures. He is really close to becoming a Muslim, God willing. And God guides whom He wills. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Leave it in the comments. May the peace, blessings, and mercy of God be upon you.